All right, so you're taking your ruler to the center of the paper, and we're going to, again, work vertically and in centimeters. So we're going to measure from the top to the bottom for the height. It's going to be 18 centimeters. So there's the two marks, and you're going to be drawing a vertical line dividing the space in half. So it'll be an 18 centimeter line. You're going to find the midway point on the line so you can figure out where the eyes are. So that'll be at 9 centimeters. You're making a little mark there. You're going to be aligning your ruler with that mark that you just made, so it's horizontally. And to the left of the mark, you're going to measure 7. To the right, if you want to keep it there, it'll be at 14, so it'll be 7 even on either side. So it should look like kind of like a cross right now. So we're heading to the vertical axis. You're going to the eye line, and you're going to measure on the vertical line only above the eye line 7 centimeters. You're going to do the same thing to the bottom. So go to the eye line, measure down 7 centimeters. That's so that each side measures 7 centimeters, the eye line and the vertical. Because we're going to be placing in a circle. You can see I'm starting to roughly sketch in the circle shape. And it's hard to make a perfect circle. I'm playing with it too, and it's not perfect, but that's okay. The basic shape of the head from the side is mostly going to be circular. So that's where the brain is housed in that cranium area, and that's why you need it to be a circle. So our circle should be somewhat even, and it's just a sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm drawing just above that circle. That's the actual top of the head there. So it's just a little bit beyond that point. It's about 2 centimeters up from that mark, from the circle itself, if we're looking at the center of the axis. We're going to be drawing a straight vertical line, and you can kind of line the ruler up with the edge of the paper, a straight vertical line down on the left side. That's going to start to help us develop that front of the face. The face is going to be pointing towards the left, our left. And we're going to get the shape of the chin. You want to kind of think of a skull when you're drawing the face from the side. So it starts off looking a little bit like a skull at first. You can see the chin there, you can see the face. The face is really flat because we haven't put in the features yet. But it will have the nose, the chin protruding. So right there, I'm working about midway on the jawline, a little bit less than midway. That's where the neck's going to be. And keep in mind that we're drawing a man here. Men tend to have thicker necks than women do. And I didn't measure the neck, I just eyeballed it. So that's the actual back of the head. It's going a little bit beyond our original measurement of 7 for the back of the head. It's supposed to, it's okay. The circle just helps us to keep the proportions in place and get the basic shape of the head and the cranium. Okay, to get the eyebrow, you go from the eye line, measure up 1.5 centimeters. Remember, to get the eyebrow and the nose, you want to divide the face into thirds from the hairline. So we kind of already established the hairline. It's at the top of the circle. And if you divide that into thirds, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just checking to divide that into thirds. And it's not always perfectly even into thirds, but it's close. Okay, so from the eyebrow line to the nose, that should be about 4.5 centimeters. And then from the nose to the chin, it should be about 5.5. A little bit longer there. But close to that rule of thirds. So the mouth is close to 2 centimeters down from the nose line, and you can see I'm dividing up the space into thirds just to double check that to make sure that I have the mouth in the right position. You don't even really have to measure it. You can just eyeball it and look and try and find that top third for the center of the mouth. So the eye is about 1 centimeter away from where the head starts there, so that where the circle starts, 1 centimeter in. And the eye itself measures 1.7 centimeters, so just a little bit beyond the 1.5 mark. And to draw an eye, it's a little bit odd. It's different than drawing an eye from the front. It's going to look like a greater than or less than sign depending on what way the head is facing. The eyeball itself is kind of round, curved, so it should look like a crescent shape almost. And it's a little tricky to do the eye from this point of view. You'll see I work and rework that eye to get it to look normal. It's because there's the lid there, and the lid kind of wraps around the eyeball itself, and you can see that wrapping around taking place, so it's a little bit trickier. And in a moment, we'll be zooming in so you can see a little bit more up close detail of the eye taking shape. Okay, since we're in this area, we're going to shape that area of the forehead when it connects to the nose. And men can have a little bit more of kind of a bump where the forehead connects up with the eyebrows. Not every man will, but some men do. So here's a little bit of an eyebrow ridge that we're drawing in here. A little bit of a bump there. And then there's the line of the forehead. So you just want to experiment with how far out the nose should go. So I'm looking and making small adjustments, and I'm drawing pretty lightly so that I can correct if I need to.